Let's do some measuring.
That's right. This week we're going to talk about measuring. We're going to try to figure out how long things are, how wide things are, how tall things are, basically how big things are. So when we measure, we're going to have to use something to compare what we're measuring to. And we're going to have two parts to our answer all the time. One, we're going to have a number. But two, we're going to have to tell a number of what? So how many of something is what we're talking about, long or tall or wide? Like, how many Legos tall is our favorite toy? Can you help me figure out how many Legos tall Marshall is?
Okay.
He's more than 4.
Just one more, maybe.
Pretty close.
Maybe like 2 of those flat pieces.
We'll try one more and see what it brings you to. Is that pretty close?
Yeah, it's actually like exactly it.
How many Legos is that?
It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 Legos tall. Let's find out how many Legos tall your chicken is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's taller, the chicken or 4 Legos?
5. I think I need one more.
That's just about the same. The chicken is 5 Legos tall. But here's the thing. Not all Legos are the same size. So Amos's chicken is 5 Legos tall if we use these Legos. But here's some more Legos that are a totally different size. Not all Legos are the same size, so we're going to need something else to measure with. Something that's the same no matter which one you use.
Maybe a tape measure.
Good plan. So if we can't always use Legos because Legos aren't all the same size and we need something that's the same for everybody, that's why we have these tools. I have a ruler and a tape measure. And if you look at each one, they have numbers on them so that we can look and see just how many inches long something is. Take a look at my tape measure. It has the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and each number shows us 1 inch. So an inch is about that big. And 12 of them together make up a foot. So a foot is about that big. Let's do some testing. Let's think of some things that are about an inch long. Any ideas?
Amos's eye.
Amos's eye? Let's measure. Amos, can you hold still? That is just about an inch long. Anything else?
One of those freeholder Legos. I think we might have one.
Any Lego that's 3 bumps long is just about an inch. What else?
An inchworm?
An inchworm?
There's a reason they call it inchworm.
That's right. An inchworm is about an inch long. That's how he got his name.
I used to think it was like they move 1 inch every second. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
He does also kind of inch along. Now we're going to think of some things that are about a foot long. Willie, could you tell me something about a foot long?
Well, can it be exactly a foot?
Well, sure.
Piece of construction paper.
Great example. Let's measure. Start it at 0. And where does it go?
Goes to 12 inches.
Which is?
A foot.
1 foot. Tell me something that's about a foot.
Frying pan.
Do you want to measure?
measure?
From one side of the circle to the other. And how many inches?
About a foot.
About 12 inches, which is a foot.
A foot. Actually, like exactly 12 inches.
What else is about a foot?
Maybe the Vlad, the astrophysicist.
Vlad the astrophysicist book?
Yeah.
Could you try to measure?
It's
Make sure you start it on the first line, right?
about 1 foot.
Pretty darn close. Almost 1 foot. Tell me something else that's about a foot.
Your foot.
My foot? He's right. My foot is just about a foot long. But here's the thing about feet. They're not all the same size. Obviously, let's take a look at the boys' feet. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 inches long. And a foot is 12 inches long. Let's see how big Amos's foot is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. Wait a minute. That's half a foot. Amos, can you put your other foot right in front of this one so your heel touches your toe? Put it right in front, right up here. That means 2 of Amos's feet are 1 foot long. Now let's just have a little fun. Let's see how tall the boys are and maybe how far they can jump. We're going to find out how tall Amos is. Let's see what number is close to his head. Stand up nice and straight, Amos. And we'll look at what number is right at the top of your head.
Looks like 41 and a half.
41, just about 41, maybe 41 and a half. You've grown since last time, Amos. Now let's check Willie. And Willie, how tall do you think you are?
49 inches.
Let's see. Ooh, 49, maybe even getting close to 50. That's really good, buddy. Every day you get a little bigger. Let's see how far you can jump. Stand right on the line. On your marks, get set, go! "33 inches. That's amazing. Let's see it. Wow, 43 inches.
Broke the record.
Good one. Do you have a ruler or a tape measure at your house? What can you measure? How long is it? I'd love to know, and I'll see you next week.